It's here at whoa. What's happening? The Omnitrix. It upgraded itself. Time to check out what this new thing can do. See what I did there? Because instead of the last episode where we covered Ben 10, we're covering Alien Force now. See, because puns. Anyway, welcome back to the 100th episode of GDC Ben 10. How many more GDCs of Ben 10 can I do, you may ask? And the answer is a lot, because that's what you guys like to see. And I'm your host, Jerry, from Uncle Joe the 50 Productions on the Get C2000 channel. So of course I'm going to give you guys what you want to see. I'm running out of light very fast, and natural light is the best kind of light for filming videos. To all you future YouTubers out there, you can credit me one day when you get that, even though I don't really get paid for this. Anyway, I thought it would be fun because I asked you in the polls what you wanted to see, and you guys voted for Alien Force and Ultimate Alien to say, well, maybe we can cover some of the differences between the old show and just kind of see where this goes, because unscripted videos are my favorite kind of videos. It's the only kind I do. So in some ways, when Alien Force came out, it changed everything about Ben 10. In other ways, it just kind of grew. So an example of both, in a way that it just kind of grew, Ben 10 actually grew up. When it came out, a lot of fans were 10 years old, and then 4 seasons later in a movie, the fans are in high school now, so you don't want to lose your fan base, right? What do? You make Ben 10 15 years old. Yeah, he was 15, and then Ultimate Alien, he was 16. So he grew with the fan base, almost in real time. Also, he still had 10 aliens, and then later down the road, a couple more, just like in the original show. But some things that changed radically were the aliens that he had. Some were more simple than others, like Swamp Fire to Heat Blast, or vice versa. And then some were just completely different, like Goop. I don't even know who to compare that to in the original show because he's Goop. One thing that really changed was the style of stories they told. So they had an episodic series of stories now running across the whole season instead of just kind of those individual stories like you got with the classic show. Now I think both did these very well, but it is kind of nice to have an episodic tie-in so every episode builds off each other, like the hybrid attack that built up for 2 seasons. And with Ultimate Alien, it only continued this. Legit, it's the new Omnitrix, just like the way Alien Force started. Speaking of, you remember when the Omnitrix just upgraded itself? The show literally started with the same Omnitrix we know and love. This one, right here.
It never did that before.
So Jerry, you usually talk about good aspects of filmmaking or storytelling. What's good about this? Well, the good thing is it stays true to the character. Train. So by staying true to the... Oh my god, Train, shut up. We know you're coming. So by staying true to the character, not only did we get the original fan base, but new fan bases coming in too. That is like, oh my god, what is this show? It's the best thing ever. And plus, Ben 10 and Ben 10 Alien Force almost happened around the same time. We didn't have to wait 3 years for a reboot. And if anything, it wasn't a reboot. It was just a continuation. And I like continuations more than reboots because look what happens when you do a reboot. You know, if this did work, and I transformed into any alien, I think I would have to transform into Ultimate Ben because he's obviously the best, right? And speaking of those 2 categories, once again, we have Vilgax, which kind of fits in both of the best. Both of the best, that's not a word. Fits in both categories perfectly. How about that? Because he is an evolution of Vilgax. He changes quite a lot. He even gets new powers with that little crystal he had, instead of the laser eyes, which is, I like both, but that's okay. And then again, he's still the same Vilgax who still wants the same thing, the Omnitrix. So it's like he didn't really change at all. It's the Vilgax we know and love. Ultimate Alien even stayed so much the same that the art style stayed the same, and the aliens basically stayed the same, except for 10 Ultimates here and there. So basically I'm not going to try and make noise, So basically what I want to try and leave you guys with now is that a good aspect of storytelling when it comes to sequels is stay true to the character. Don't change a lot. You want your fan base to grow with the characters, not completely adopt a new one and leave the old one in the dust. In fact, I think Ben 10 does this perfectly. So many TV shows have been rebooted like Teen Titans Go, and they don't give a lot to their old fan base except for an Easter egg here and there. Now granted, Omniverse did kind of reboot the show in a little bit. Not a lot stayed the same, and a lot of changes were made, like Ben 10's wife and everything else, and the art style, and then they try to explain the whole Alienettes thing. But I think Alien Force and Ultimate Alien did it the best, and to my knowledge, they're one of the best sequels ever in television. The only better sequel I can think of off the top of my head is Legend of Korra. Please vote for that next week, because I really want to cover it. I have very good things to talk about. So hopefully, if you're ever thinking about writing a story and then maybe one day it blows up, and then 5 years later the network is like, hey, do you want to write a sequel show? You can go back and look at this video. Don't you love it when you get a phone call and your phone just vibrates off the little stand that you have? Me too. To wrap things up, because I don't know where it cut off, you can look back at this video and be like, oh, Jerry covered good aspects of sequels and TV shows. I would like to cover it in movies too, maybe one day, but we don't have time for that right now. Anyway, it's almost Christmas time because it's legit right before Halloween when I'm filming this video. So let me know what you want for Christmas, because Halloween and Thanksgiving don't matter if you're above the age of, what, 10? Do you 11 and 12-year-olds still trick-or-treat? I think it was around 12 that I stopped, but you know, I can drive now, so I can just go to Walmart and buy candy for $1, and it's still a giant bag, and it's amazing. So, what are you dressing up for as Halloween? And then what do you want for Christmas? Leave it in the comments down below. And what are your favorite aspects of Alien Force and Ultimate Alien that changed from Ben 10? So it has to be a new aspect. It can't be like, oh, the Omnitrix, because that was in the original show. Also, don't forget to vote in the community polls. Don't forget to vote in the community polls. There will be a poll in about a week, and then it won't be Ben 10 related, because I'm trying to take a bi-weekly break on Ben 10s, or bi-video break, because we don't really do this weekly. So vote down below. Vote for Legend of Korra. It's my favorite. I got a really good episode planned for you guys. Alright, peace out.